Stardew Valley has slowly become one of the most popular games because of its charmed setting and cozy atmosphere, combined with the ability to do just about anything you want whenever you want, giving the players the freedom to do whatever they like and self-imposed intensity and difficulty levels to accommodate for players' moods, goals, and skill levels, and with optional multiplayer in the mix, it becomes very evident really quickly why it has become such a hit. We found 7 games that are similar to Stardew Valley if you're looking to try something new. With that being said, let's get into it. The first game on our list has been described as the Australian 3D version of Stardew Valley, and it's called Dinkum, throwing you into the heart of the Australian outback with only a swag and a dream, but the harsh conditions and crazy Aussie wildlife won't make it easy. In the beginning, you'll be sleeping in your little swag under the stars, while during the day you'll need to explore the charming landscape to find resources to collect and food to forage, while starting to build farms and a house to help expand the little town you now call home. You can mine, fish, and hunt, but be careful of the crocodiles that patrol the rivers and the kangaroos that look friendly, because they pack a punch if you get too close. You can grow crops, raise animals, and craft everything from tools to furniture. The more you build and customize, the more people are drawn to your corner of the outback. You're creating a community complete with museums, shops, and houses for your new neighbors. You'll meet the quirky characters who will visit, help out, and even move into your town. Therefore, every outback activity you do will open up new opportunities and friendships, unlocking more ways to grow and expand. Dinkum is also made by a solo developer and is already out on Steam. It just had its 1.0 full release update, but still expect more content to come. Console releases are expected to become a focus now that the game is fully out. The next one might be my favourite. It's called Graveyard Keeper, and it has so much dark humour and charm that it's hard to go past. In this game, you're the caretaker of a medieval graveyard, but this isn't just about digging graves and keeping the cemetery neat. You'll be crafting, farming, and running a business, all while uncovering a strange and mysterious storyline about love. You'll have the chance to learn alchemy, but it won't be easy, and you might make a mistake and accidentally poison some nearby villagers. But that's okay, because then there's more customers, right? The game is about the spirit of capitalism, so your focus is to make a thriving business by any means necessary, which will lead you to many moral dilemmas, like why pay for proper burger meat for the witch burning festival when you have so many resources lying around? Every corpse has its potential. How far will you go to make sure they reach it? The game's dark humor is what really sets it apart. You'll meet strange characters, engage in quirky conversations, and get caught up in some of the most unconventional quests that keep the game both hilarious and unpredictable. As you manage the graveyard, you'll uncover secrets about the world, dive into dungeons, and maybe even flirt with necromancy. The game always has something unexpected in store for you. Graveyard Keeper is unfortunately only single player, but it's available on all platforms. The next one is called Gogo Town, and it has some very similar vibes to Animal Crossing as well as Stardew Valley, and combines the two with a bit of city builder mechanics as well. You receive a phone call, and the next thing you know, you're the mayor of a rundown tourism destination that desperately needs your help. Your job is to rebuild and bring life back to the town while balancing the income and the experience the tourists have so they can stay happy. But unlike the similar games, your management skills and the expansion path you take will need to be perfect, as there are major catastrophes that can cause you trouble. At first, you'll need to build infrastructure and production facilities through farming and mining, and then use those materials to make the best food and tourist attractions and start turning it into your dream town. There's many different shops and tourist attractions that you can add to generate more money and attract new customers. Both the old and new residents are willing to help and work with you by automating production, collecting resources, and serving customers at some of your shops, like ice cream and milkshakes at food stands. In Gogo Town, your friends can jump into your world in up to 4-player couch or remote play co-op, and it's available on PC for now, but will be coming to consoles sometime in the future. This next one traps you into the underground world of Core Keeper, where you awaken as an explorer in a long-forgotten cavern with so many untold secrets. You'll mine for resources, craft gear, and build a base to survive, but it's not just about setting up camp. The deeper you go, the more you discover about the core and the secrets it holds. At first, you'll need to harvest precious resources and unearth hidden gems that will allow you to craft better tools and survive, like pickaxes and fishing rods to traps and bombs. And then you'll need to set up farms and machines to sustain your underground life and build powerful armor and weapons to defend yourself from the monsters that lurk in the shadows. Spend some time sharpening your combat skills against a variety of monsters and mini-bosses that will unlock talent points, which you can use to upgrade your abilities. Once you're powerful enough, you'll be able to take on the legendary titans that hold secrets to this forgotten world you're stuck in. And don't worry about it being underground, you'll still be able to make a cozy cottage or decorate your house however you like. It has great replayability as the world is procedurally generated, so no 2 playthroughs will be the same. Core Keeper is up to 4-player co-op, available on all platforms, but it doesn't have crossplay at the moment. They not long ago had their full release, but I expect there will still be some updates in the future. It's a great game for those that also like other games like Minecraft and Terraria. Up next, we've got Palia, which is a mix of Stardew Valley with aspects of Minecraft and The Sims to tie it all together, and the best bit is that it's free. In Palia, you step into an MMO-style world full of mystery, which you'll quickly notice has a mix of Sims and Fortnite graphics. It was initially classed as an MMO, so it plays a lot like one, but it utilizes those features well, like there are many tasks that become much easier with another player to help you. But just like the rest of the games, there's no need to worry as there's no PvP or enemies. You'll spend most of your days foraging, fishing, and farming for resources, and then crafting them into different tools or parts to build your house. The house building system will remind you a lot of The Sims as well, as there's many options available to customize your house. Some of you will end up spending hours building and designing your cozy home. Once you've built your dream home, you can explore the town that has shops and a range of different characters for you to build relationships with. There are 24 characters scattered around in Palia that all have their own unique stories, and getting to know them opens up new quests, special items, and romantic options if you'd like. While you're completing those quests, you'll be able to travel and explore the different biomes that the world has to offer and unravel the secrets that the land has. Some of the quests can be difficult or hard to find, but they'll offer exclusive rewards if you take the time to complete them. Palia is great because you can play in servers with around 25 other players. It's also cross-play, available on PC and Switch for the time being, with PlayStation and Xbox versions coming out later this year. Obviously, since the game is free, there are microtransactions, but they're all purely cosmetic, so there is no pay to win or content locked behind it, which is great. That's the last thing you want from a free game. There have been some complaints about the price of the cosmetics, as they can be hefty, but in my opinion, it's understandable and purely optional, which is fine by me. Palia is another great option and definitely one to check out. The next game on the list is Traveller's Rest, which just like Stardew Valley was made by one person when it began, but it is now expanded into a larger team, and they're scaling the project as they go with the help of the success. In Traveller's Rest, you start with a small town and the goal is simple. Turn it into the best spot for travelers to relax and unwind. You'll brew ale, cook hearty meals, and design the perfect cozy atmosphere. But you're not just running a business. You're creating a place that attracts adventurers with stories to tell. As you build your reputation, you'll unlock new recipes, expand your inn, and even craft furniture to customize the space. You'll need to manage your supplies, tending to your customers' needs, and keeping the tavern running smoothly is key to how successful your tavern will be. You'll meet a range of quirky characters, each with their own backstories, and as your relationships with them deepen, new quests, items, and opportunities open up. Take some days off and explore the world around you and discover new items and resources that you can take back for your customers to love, but you won't need to worry about any dangers. The worst you can come across is an angry turkey. The map and the world are constantly growing, with plans for it to keep expanding, but even at its current state, there's still plenty for you to explore and enjoy. Traveller's Rest is up to 3-player co-op and is available in early access on PC, and it is expected to release on consoles when it reaches its 1.0 update, but nothing has been confirmed yet. This also means that there are consistent updates, so there's plenty of new content, including magic, which is on its way at some point. Traveller's Rest is definitely worth checking out. A somewhat recent release, Mirthwood is basically a medieval version of Stardew Valley, where you can choose to live a cozy life on a farmstead, raising animals and crafting gear to trade, or you can become an explorer, traveling the fantasy world to complete quests and fight bandits. Which path will you take? You fled from a continent that has been swept by war to a new land that provides a fresh start, where you can choose to live whatever life you like. Whether you want to farm, make goods, and build your ultimate cozy homestead with a family and make a living through trade, or be an adventurer discovering the massive fantasy world with 6 diverse regions, 3 towns, and many secrets to uncover, battling bandits with survival-light elements, the story you create is up to you. Throughout the game, you'll slowly build your character to fit your playstyle by completing tasks to level up skills and unlock powerful skill cards, which will uncover new ways to interact with the world. The game's ecosystem is designed to generate organic stories, new situations, and conditions made by a living world, where every character has a Sims-like interaction and personality system for you to build relationships with, joke around, make enemies, or have as either romantic or platonic companions. Mirthwood released exclusively to Steam in November last year, and many have complained that it doesn't seem finished, which is concerning considering it isn't technically in early access, yet they're still working on it and updating it regularly. The reviews don't look great, but that is largely because they didn't call it an early access game rather than a full release. It's not as close to Stardew Valley as some of the other games on the list, but it's still worth checking out if you like a medieval life sim. I've added 2 bonus games onto the list that haven't released yet. The first being Sunkissed City, which is highly controversial because it was made by Mr. Pedunkian, who was a developer that helped with a few updates on Stardew Valley. It caused such a stir because people thought that Concerned Ape, who was the original developer of Stardew Valley, didn't receive any help, and Sunkissed City was promoted as being made by a former Stardew Valley dev. It doesn't seem like Mr. Pedunkian is helping with Stardew Valley anymore, and they've gone on to make their own game, which is an extremely similar style. But don't worry, this game is fully supported by Concerned Ape, and the 2 of them are friends. Similarly, Sunkissed City is a life sim game where you've been hired as part of the Pico Corporation's pilot program, tasked to foster relationships within the vibrant community of Apollo City, and putting in a good word for Pico's eco-focused initiatives. But all is not well within the bustling streets of the city, as local wildlife have become more aggressive, the waters are without life, monsters are pouring out of the sewers and everyone has been suspiciously getting migraines. As you integrate within the city, you'll need to get a job to generate an income so you can buy new clothes or upgrade your house. Some jobs include fishing, a warehouse worker, or for the more adventurous, you can become a forager that hikes the mountains for some delicious food or battle against the monsters that are infesting the sewers. You can also choose to relax by tending to your garden, soak in the sun, and read a book, or visit some of the local coffee shops and meet some of the city's kooky characters. Sunkissed City is also multiplayer, and when compared to Stardew Valley, it seems like it has less activities to do, but more of a storyline and quests to complete. It was meant to release in Q4 of 2024, but has now been changed to 2025 with no exact release date. We will eagerly have to wait to see when this will release. It's also worth mentioning as the second bonus game, Haunted Chocolatier, which is an upcoming confectionery store simulation game made by Concerned Ape. It was announced back in 2021 and there have been small updates at the end of last year and in an interview just recently. Concerned Ape prefers working alone, so the demand of Stardew Valley makes it hard to work on Haunted Chocolatier, but it looks like he'll be starting to put more time aside to work on it, but it won't release for a while. Definitely one to keep an eye on. That completes our list of games like Stardew Valley, all of which are around $25 or less, which is a little more than Stardew Valley, but still at a decent price that won't burn a hole in your pocket. Obviously, they're not all exact copies or else that would be boring, but they have some sort of similarities, so you will enjoy these games if you like Stardew Valley. I hope you found something new to try, and if you have, please leave a like and subscribe to discover more new games to play.